Hi, and welcome to your way too early 2014 Heisman Trophy preview. I'm Andy Staples for SI.com, here with our resident Heismanologist, Zach Ellis. Zach, none of this is probably going to be correct, but let's talk about the Heisman Trophy anyway. Who right now would enter the season as one of the favorites?
You have to put Jameis Winston, I think, in that situation. Given what Florida State brings back on their roster, given their schedule, and given the talent that he is, he's a guy that's going to enter as the top guy in most people's,
But like Johnny Manziel before him, very divisive person. People have very strong opinions about Jameis one way or the other.
Right.
And also, it's just hard to repeat.
It's very difficult.
Because you are picked apart constantly.
Right.
Who else who has not won it yet, who would you put in the favorite category right now?
I think you can look at a guy like a Brett Hundley that can really kind of surprise and maybe pop in there at UCLA. A lot of people are really high on UCLA and the Bruins right now with the amount of talent they bring back, and the Pac-12 as it is with just his experience at quarterback right now and the veteran leadership that he brings back.
Speaking of Pac-12 quarterbacks, how about Marcus Mariota at Oregon?
Absolutely.
I was shocked last year at how low he finished in the Heisman balloting because for the first 8-9 weeks of the season, he looked incredible. He looked like the guy who was going to win it. And then he got hurt, and his rushing statistics dropped off. And, in fact, Oregon's team rushing statistics dropped off. They couldn't replace his production with backs. And it really changed their offense, and it made them not as potent a team. If Mariota's healthy, he can do more than just about anybody in the country. He can do more for his team in terms of throwing, running, just being a general threat that defenses have to worry about at all times that really helps open things up for the other guys on the field. Now, what about some wild cards? The one guy who last year I thought really came on strong late in the season and I mean, just was all over the field because he was playing both ways was Miles Jack at UCLA.
Sure.
A great linebacker. Turns out he's a pretty good running back, too. Is that a guy we might be talking about?
I think so, and especially because you look at the one defensive player to ever win the award, Charles Woodson out of Michigan. He also took snaps at wide receiver and in the kick game.
Return kicks,
You have to be able to be noticed in offense. It's just an offensive award. It's how it's been and how it's probably going to be, for the rest of it. But I think that he's a guy who, because he kind of shines on both sides and is talented at both sides, he's not just good at one side and okay at the other. He's pretty good at both ends. If they use him enough to where he, gets some exposure on offense, but also, get some bone-shattering tackles there on defense, that could be really big for him, especially on a team like UCLA.
Well, I'm a Heisman voter, you're a Heisman. We're open-minded guys.
That's right.
We know there are 22 positions on the field. So everybody else, remember, it's not just quarterback and running back, 22 positions.